I'm talking all about how to find quality wholesale vendors. Nothing scarier than thinking about spending thousands and thousands of dollars of your own money on product. And most of the time we are doing this online. So we're maybe not seeing the product in person. So how do you even know if what you're going to get is going to be the quality that you're expecting? So I'm going to give you a few tips, a few things that I try to look at when I'm looking at product and I'm just buying it online. Most often, I would say I do buy stuff just online because I do trust my own instincts for the most part. And these few tips that I'm going to tell you about on how to determine on whether this is going to be what I'm expecting or not. If you do have the chance to attend, say, a trade show or a market or something like that to see the pieces and the samples in person, that's probably always going to be your number one best option for seeing the product and knowing what you're going to get before you buy it. But with everything going on, a lot of times we can't get to trade shows or markets or see anything in person. So if you're just shopping online, I'm going to tell you a few tips of what to look for online when you're shopping wholesale. So first of all, before anything, I usually like to look for reviews. So a lot of times if you're shopping, say, in a virtual showroom or something like that, each vendor will have reviews. Pay attention to the reviews, see what they say. Do they have fast shipping? Are people getting what they expected? Sometimes customers can actually post what they actually received. So sometimes customers can actually post pictures of what they're receiving. And I love these reviews because then you can actually see the product, because so many times these vendors are posting, these amazing photos, or maybe they're not even the actual photos from the vendor and they're using somebody else's photos, which is not ideal, obviously, because then you're definitely not going to get what you're expecting. So 100% look for reviews on specific products, look for just an overall review on that vendor. If the vendor doesn't have any reviews, definitely check out Google. That's definitely your best friend, because if somebody's really angry, they're going to write about it somewhere online, whether it's in a Facebook group, something like that. You could join a boutique Facebook group. I have a free Facebook group where you can ask and say, hey, has anybody ever ordered from this vendor before? What did you guys think? Did you like what you got? Was it what you were expecting? So that's super helpful to reach out to your current resources, get in those free Facebook groups, any pages online that are related to starting a boutique or buying wholesale. I will also link for you my free Facebook group if anybody is interested in joining. We have a lot of people there all the time asking these very things. So that is super helpful. And another thing that I like to look at is obviously the price. So if something is super, super cheap, more often than not, it's not going to be the best quality. And that's totally fine. But just know, you're not going to spend, a couple bucks for a jacket or something, and it's going to be something that's super amazing. It's just not. There's just no way to actually make a garment that's great quality for a cheap price. That just doesn't usually happen. And you just have to be okay with either having a higher price point for your boutique, or just go, if you want that lower price point, you have to be okay with having the lower quality, and your customer has to, be okay with that too. So that's definitely something that everybody needs to be okay with and know. If you're not spending a price tag that you would expect to pay for a quality item, you should not expect a super high quality garment to show up on your doorstep. Okay, another thing that you can do is a lot of vendors, if they don't have reviews, if they don't have all these things, sometimes they have Zoom meetings to show their current season or their current line on Zoom. So buyers can join in on the Zoom and you can see the quality, or you can ask to see something more up close. So somebody could hold it up to hold it up to the camera. Say, for example, this, right? So maybe if it was hanging over there or in a picture, you wouldn't really be able to see what exactly it is. But if somebody took, say this sweater and held it up close for you to see, you can see the type of sewing, the fabric, and you can tell a lot more what type of quality, what kind of fabric that's going to be. So you're not surprised when it shows up on your doorstep, because a lot of times once you buy it, you cannot return it. If it's defective, you can return it. But if it's just something that you're like, oh, that doesn't look like, you know, the picture, or it's not the quality I was expecting, more often than not, you can't return it. So that's definitely something to think about there as well. So those are my main tips for looking for quality online. Where are you located? I'm in the United States, but I do have some resources for you too if you're not located in the United States. But all of this information should pertain to no matter where you are shopping from to find quality clothing. It should all pertain to no matter what country you're in. Have a great night.